What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Off the Top podcast, and we are here live from Premiere Orlando with the one and only Yakuza barber, aka Kevin. That was backwards, and of course, I'm here with my co-host Aaron Flick.
What's up?
So we're gonna just be passing it around today and having a great time. I'm super excited to be here at Premiere. Is this your first time here? How many times have you been here? And of course, I know that you're educating. Tell us a little bit about that.
I've been here before. About 2 years ago, I was teaching and educating on the main stage. This year, I'm back and I'm better. We're going to do some classroom work, the barber main stage, and here at the Wahl booth stage as well. It's going to be some great education.
Yeah, we're at the Wahl booth. We're under the bright lights. I gotta wear my hat. Kuza's gotta wear his sunglasses. That way we can actually see here. But Kevin, we got to start a little bit earlier in your journey. Let's talk about your Wahl journey a little bit. Let's talk about how you kind of got affiliated with Wahl, because it's kind of cool. It's kind of unique on how you joined us. So talk about it.
I don't know where to start because I started a while ago, and this is before the barber battle. You know, I used to work for Wahl Home Products. Yeah, I was helping Wahl Home Products shoot some commercials, and as well as cut some models for them, prep them for on-set work. And you know what's funny is I reached out to one of the Wahls that was working on set, and I said, hey, I want to work with Wahl Professional. How do I get part of that? And he told me, oh, I'll reach out to my cousin, no problem. We'll make it happen. I don't think it happened, though, you know? So I had to make it happen, right? There was a online Wahl barber battle that I seen, and I really wanted to join the education team. I really believed in Wahl. I've been using Wahl my whole life. My dad has, my brother has, my sister has. We're all barbers here. And I was like, I want to be on this team. So I shot for the Wahl online barber battle, and guess what? I didn't make it. I did not make it. I think I was like top 10. They called me to, hey, you did a great job. You know, here's a participation award. Here's a clipper, and we want you to try again. So I think it was Aaron that reached out to me the following year, and he asked me, hey, we want you to join that barber battle again. And I said, you know what the heck, I'm giving another shot. It'll make you stronger if you lose, you know. So from there, I thought about it as, yeah, it doesn't matter how many times you fall, it's how many times you get back up from it and learn from it, you know. So it's more of the experience that you have over the time that you learn from your losses. So I entered again, and I came back stronger. I hired models, I hired a videographer, and I made sure I did it right. I watched the previous videos of the last year's winner, and I did my research and my homework, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna bring something different, and on top of that, I'm gonna bring my own uniqueness into it. And then I won first place.
Let's go. I love that. You know, what I love most about it is that you really invested into yourself when you came back, and I think that speaks volumes, because even though you had basically not made it the previous years, you said, you know what, I'm going to invest into myself more, instead of just being like, you know what, I'm just going to quit. So I respect that. And now you've been with us for a few years, and you're educating at big events, and you're even shooting collections that are powerful and being seen globally. Speaking of a collection that is present at the moment, I had the opportunity to be with you in LA. I was going to say San Diego because you're from there. But I had the opportunity to be with you in California, in LA, with artists from all around the world that are a part of the Wahl family, to shoot the Future Makers collection. Can you speak a little bit about that and how that experience was for you?
Definitely. That experience in LA was like no other. You know, you brought a bunch of talented artists into one room, and you see something that's more of a unique creation, a creative creation. You know, so when I was there mingling and talking to Fernando and Yuki and Kervin, Anna, Ben, Gio, list goes on, Titan, you know, I was like, wow, I'm really surrounded by a lot of creative artists. I'm surrounded by so much talent, and it was great because it wasn't just about us, it was a team, you know, and you get to learn from each individual as well.
No, and I think that's what's special about it. I know that I had the time to experience it. Aaron had to experience it from the outside. And Aaron, how did you see it from your point of view? And now that we're posting about it, like how was that?
Yeah, man, I had FOMO. Like it's so crazy to see like the content that came out of it, and you can tell everything is genuine and authentic. You could tell the relationships and the bonds that were made just literally by videos. And I've seen, feels like 10,000 behind the scenes videos that Bird shot on his phone, and you could just tell the vibes were high, that everyone was really just loving the experience and soaking it all in. And it's got to be really freaking cool, man, just to connect with a barber from Argentina, one from Australia, from China, Japan. Everyone's got their own unique point of view and their own unique personality, and yeah, it looked pretty sick. So I had some serious FOMO. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they let me go to the next one. But everything turned out amazing. Your cut, man, on Yemen, that was your model's name. That high top, flat top. Oh my God, that fade, that was beautiful. So if you haven't seen the video from him, check it out on our YouTube page. Check it out on the Future Maker site. But it looks sick. I'm going to backtrack here because you mentioned it when we were talking earlier about you've worked with your parents and that kind of got you in the industry. You're what, third generation barber, second generation? Your parents own a barber school, correct? And they're actually also affiliated with the Fade It Forward program. Let's talk about that a little bit. So for those who don't know, the Fade It Forward program, we talked about it before, providing scholarships to low income students that, they need a scholarship, get into the industry. We want to give back to the industry. Well, let's talk about you being a second generation and then this next evolution of giving back to the next generation of artists.
Yeah, I definitely have my parents to thank. My mom and dad. My dad especially, because my siblings were all barbers because of him. He's a very talented barber, and if anyone knows him personally, they know that he can really cut. He gets down. So for me to see the way he raised us and the barbershop life, sweeping floors and everything, and seeing haircuts day in and day out, and seeing that this one man provided for our whole family off of barbering is like a huge blessing to me. And I'm talking about like he got us a house, he got us in a school, he got us clothing and whatever we wanted, all because of barbering. So for that, I really appreciate him for that. And I'm very grateful, and I think that's why I'm here right now with everyone, because I want to make him proud. I want to step it up. I want him to look back and say, you know what, he took barbering to the next level. Thank you to my son for that. So I really respect him for that, and anybody that's in the barber industry, because this industry is growing fast, and for us to be participating in something like this and be involved in something like this, it's a beautiful thing. What was your other question?
Talk a little bit about Fade It Forward and the work that you guys are doing out of your school and really giving back to the next generation.
So the Fade It Forward program, we had our first licensed barber yesterday. Yeah, one of our students tested for his first time and got his license. So big shout out, big thank you to Wahl Professional for doing that, because at these times it is hard for people to pay for tuition to get qualified to join school. So for Wahl Professional to help these students out is a really big thing, especially for them. It's life-changing, and I don't think a lot of people consider that. So for my students, and I see them on the daily, I teach them daily. I'm part of the mentorship program too, where they'll watch me work in the school, they'll watch me go to my shop and run my shop, and for them to see that and for them to embrace in the industry and the business owner aspect, the education aspect is huge for them, because this is a life-changing career that will change their lives, that will set a future for their future families, their kids and their wife. So I say thank you, Wahl, for giving us the opportunity to have that in our school. Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Birdie, do you have a question for Mr. Kuza?
Yeah, I have a comment and a question. So I did want to highlight something very important that happened in my career because of him, and it goes to show, he is doing a lot for our industry, and his dad should be proud of an amazing son that he has, that is a future maker and a present maker, and someone who is leading our industry in the right direction. But a few days ago, I was like, you know what, we're gonna be interviewing Yakuza, and Yakuza was actually the first person to bring me out to San Diego, to California, ever. You know, and I was just thinking about it because, you know, we do a lot of trips, and at the time we're like, wow, you know, like, how did I even get there? And I was like, wow, it was Yakuza that reached out to me and gave me the opportunity to be at a show that he was doing and being at his school as well. And I just wanted to thank you for that, because, you know, all those little trips and all those connections open up so many doors for people like me and for the people that you're blessing around the way. So I wanted to give you the thanks for that and for opening that door, you know, because at the end of the day, we're artists, but at the same time, when we do things like that, it opens doors for other people. Me being there opens the door to meet someone else and so on and so forth. So greatly appreciate that. I don't know if there's any memories that come to mind that happened during that time that you want to share.
Talk about the clubbing experience?
No, we didn't do no club.
No, we didn't.
But talk about the food, maybe.
Oh yeah, so you know, I knew Bird before he was with Wahl, you know, and this industry is all about connection and networking. And when I heard Wahl being brought up, or Bird's name being brought up in Wahl, and I was like, yeah, I know that guy. That guy's great. So yeah, definitely. My experience with him is in San Diego. We had flown him out, got him his hotel, and I said, you know what do you want to eat? He said, oh, I want some tacos, man. I heard that, you know, San Diego got some good tacos. So I took him to a really popular place in San Diego, and he ended up hating it. He ended up saying,
Was it Taco Bell?
no, it wasn't. That's my favorite, by the way. With a mild sauce, you know, gotta add extra sauce in there. But I took him to, I'm not gonna say the name, but a really popular taco spot, and it ended up messing him up for the whole night. He called me. He's like, "Hey, where'd you take me? Like, my stomach feels weird." And I was like, "You went with the safest taco. You went for a chicken taco. Why would I even mess with? They had lengua, they had birria, they had buche, everything. The tripas.
We're gonna take Aaron.
Oh yeah, you do better. You do better. I heard you like Mexican food.
I do.
Yeah.
See.
Not Taco Bell.
Not Taco Bell? No, I would eat it. I would eat it, no problem.
Yeah, that was my experience with Bird, and I really
It's nice.
I'm grateful for that friendship that we had and that bond, you know, because look at us now. I picked him up from the airport that day, took him out to eat, and now look at us working together.
Yeah, it's been a blessing, and also
Yeah.
working with you for the Disruptor.
Disruptor as well. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Anything else?
So, Kev, as we always like to wrap these up, we would love for you to speak to the audience, speak to the camera, give some word of advice. What are some words of advice you can give to the next generation, to the barber that's grinding, to the barber that wants to get on this stage and become an educator and teach and be on these main stages? What's some word of advice you can give for them?
One of the things I always say in most of my classes is don't get too comfortable. The comfort zone is where dreams go to die. And for you to be stagnant, you're not going to grow from there. Get out of your comfort zone. Go education. Go compete in barber battles. Get involved with more stuff in the industry, because that's how you grow as an individual in your industry. So my advice is don't be stagnant. Never stop learning. The day you stop learning is the day you die.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yakuza, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Appreciate your friendship. Appreciate everything that you do for us, everything you do for this industry. I can't wait to see what comes next for you and for your relationship with Wahl. So, I mean, it's been a blessing working with you, and we're going to continue to take this thing to the moon. So thank you. For everyone else, it's another episode of Off the Top Podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, whether you're listening, whether you're watching, whatever you're doing. Thank you for everything. Make sure you follow Yakuza. Of course, I'm sure you're already following Bird, but if not, follow Bird, follow Wahl Professional. We'll see you later. Adios.